Thanks, Mick. No thanks, Mick.
First wave. Bro, you got...
This was an extremely fun and eventful session out at Snapper.
It is pumping.
One of my favourite things about surfing Snapper is that you don't just get barreled, but you have to navigate an oncoming backwash, making it a lot more exciting. The more sand behind the rock, the easier it is to navigate the backwash. This particular day had a lot less sand, making it really tricky. If you're ever doing any rock jumps, you really need to remember this important tip.
Bro, you gotta jump before the wave. You got smoked.
If you've ever been to Snapper, you know the rocks are like razor blades.
Oh, you got so lit up, the poor guy. Do you see that? He just froze. I know. He'd be ripped to shreds right now. Oh man, this is such a good swell. If the sand is good. It's a bit more.
About 90% of my viewership unsubscribed to the channel. That's perfectly fine. I'm not mad, just disappointed. But if you could help me reach the 5,000 subscriber mark by the end of the year, I'd be really appreciative. If you can also like and comment on the videos, it always helps me go a little bit further into making more of these kind of videos. It's not often that Mick or some of those guys are generous in the water, but I have a feeling he knew something that I didn't on this wave.
First wave.
Another victim to the Snapper backwash, and definitely not the last.
Just went the hardest way.
Luckily I had a backup board in the car. I was so close to being left hanging here.
You too, my man. Not very deep.
There's not many waves that go unridden out at Snapper, but it does happen. This one was definitely a wasted opportunity.
Oh, that one was actually sweet. You on, Ronnie?
First wave back in the lineup, first wave of the set, and no backwash to navigate made this such a fun ride.
Oh, that backwash. Ooh. You almost need to be sitting right there, eh? Even then it's kind of...
This was one of the biggest waves of the day, and you can tell by how far up the lip is in this frame. The GoPro really struggles to get the full wave in frame, and doesn't really do the wave justice. These next two waves are a great example of how hard the backwash can be to navigate. If Lecky, one of the best bodyboarders at the Superbank, can't get into this wave, I don't think anyone could have done it.
Not much you can do there. You going, lad?
And then this guy sends it. You'd have to think that knocked the wind out of his sails.
Oh, Sammy.
I don't know what it is about surfing, but even the smallest things get me really excited.
Oh.
Here's me trying to wait my turn.
I'm not gonna go. You don't want it?
Thanks to the generosity of this guy, I remembered why I didn't want the wave in the first place.
Absolutely rinsed on that thing. I'm just glad I still have this board.
Low tide jump to the left, high tide jump to the right, but sometimes you can both squeeze in if a good set's on the way.
I'll go quickly, this one's coming in hot.
I'm convinced the Superbank has some of the hardest 4-foot waves to surf. You need some really long, good volume boards to get into the waves early enough, just to get a 4-foot wave. That's a really long-winded way to say I totally blew this wave and should have got proper piped off my melon.
That guy surfs good.
Yeah, no shit. That was Kaulii Vaast.
Wow.
And this guy surfs pretty good too. The waves at Snapper always churn up so much sand and create this foam that really takes away from the grip of your wax. So I always carry a little bit of wax in the water to top up. While topping up, Lungi knifes it under this one and then gives me a play-by-play of how he ate it on that last wave.
Okay. Oh. Yeah.
At this point, the onshore wind started to pop up and made the waves really quite challenging.
It's so bumpy.
And for skipping this end section, I really had to make up for it on the next one.
I should have belted that end section.
The rock jump. Yo.
Here's that end section I was talking about. Fun turn, but I need myself in the face. And this is that foam I was talking about earlier that can really make your board quite slippery. This was my last wave of the session. A nice little lobster dive out of the lip, and with the conditions getting worse, I sent myself in. But I've got a little surprise at the end of this video for you guys. A lot of the feedback has been positive about my videos having no music and staying true to what happens within the session. But I was wondering, what if I compile all the best parts of the session into a short little finisher of the clip so you get both a fun little clip and a little hero edit to finish? Please let me know what you think in the comments.